I had German exam in high school, but forgot everything. Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. I like a family member of mine is living in Netherlands, and also she's able to speak German. Not, of course, not perfect, but she's at least able to understand the basic, you know? So we have the red Isengard player Mustafa on the left against the blue Goblin player Andy Brandy on the right. On the map, Chatwood. I talk German pretty regularly, yeah? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Dutch is a German language. Not really. I mean, I cannot understand them. They have like a similarities, you know, the Dutch language with the German one, but I still can't understand them. I can't. Hello from America, coming from YouTube. Hey man, Waffle, thanks for tuning in, appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. I also see your first message in the chat. Really means a lot to me to see some new faces from YouTube especially. Thanks for tuning in. What rank are they? I don't know, I need to ask them.
You have my sword.
Good evening, Balconite. Macaron 3i, thanks for the follow, appreciate that. Welcome to the stream, means a lot. German and Dutch are very alike. Especially the curses are the same, yeah. Curses are pretty similar. But you know, what about the Dutch people? I think they're always watching the films in like English, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what my friend told me. He's like also living in Netherlands, and he told me that most of the films on Netflix or whatsoever, they watch in English, in the original language. Which is nice. That's kind of forcing the people to learn additional languages, and I like languages a lot. My Lord of the Ring heads. Hi Shank, Sharky, yeah, you have started playing the game? Hey, May Shadowfax in the chat. May Shadowfax, how are you doing today, man? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, no subtitles here, right? Yeah. So we have a Warg Pit and Uruk Pit coming up for the Isengard player. On the other side, we see Goblin Cave into the Spider Pit, ladies and gentlemen. That's the plan. Furnaces are kind of squishy buildings, so you can take them down in no time, even with the Goblin Warriors, which makes this matchup a bit more different, of course, in compared to the matchup in Rise of the Witch King. And guys, don't you worry, I will come back to Rise of the Witch King. I just need a little bit more time, you know? I need to cool off my head a little bit, and then I will be back to Rise of the Witch King. I miss it too. It would be a lie when I say I don't miss Rise of the Witch King. It's been a huge part of my life. For all my evenings, I was streaming Rise of the Witch King for 2.5 years, almost every second day. But I still need some time, so I will come back there, trust me. This week I'm free. Hey, Balindru. Today I was on a mountain. Yeah, I know. Balindru is like a extreme sportsmanship guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this kind of crazy persons who are jumping from the helicopter and who are like on the mountain without having any security. That's Balindru. I would never do that. I'm too kind of scared for that stuff, you know? So we have now the second Goblin Cave coming up for the Goblin player. PowerPoint wise, Andy Brandy, the Goblin player, was starting with the Warchant of the spellbook. He has 400 command points available for now. And Warchant is going to be used now on the Spiderlings and Goblin Warriors. There is only one single crossbowman. I don't think it's going to be enough to defend this area. Can you make also a guide on how good armies work against each other? What do you mean? Can you explain? Like Isengard versus Goblins, who should win in what? And I mean, I can do that maybe for Rise of the Witch King, not for BFME 2 yet, because I don't have the knowledge yet. I've not been streaming BFME 2 as much as I did with the Rise of the Witch King, so I will need a little bit more time to actually have like a confidence about making such a guide. But of course, in Rise of the Witch King, I can do that. However, you know, the problem with the guides, with such guides, is like they're gonna be outdated very soon. The second they release a new version or new patch, the guide is gonna be kind of outdated, you know. And for example, the BFME 2 team, they are working now on the version 3 for the patch 1.09. The version we are using right now is the version 2. So making a guide for a patch which might be outdated in a week. We might actually do that when the new version is gonna be released, you know? That's actually a good idea. Luri. Thanks for tuning in, Luri. Welcome to the stream. Isengard is trying to creep the troll layer with the pikes and crossbowmen. Warg Riders are not as fast as the Spiderlings. They are being chased down and killed. When I played way back, they said Goblins is the best army and should win against each other army, but that's probably outdated. Yeah, that's definitely outdated. Definitely outdated. Of course, I mean, I don't know which patch was the last patch you was playing on, potentially 1.00, 1.06, and since then a lot of stuff has been changed. Like, I believe also, that's my personal opinion, that BFME 2 is a bit more complex, you know what I'm saying? It's like harder to understand. So you need to invest a lot of time to understand. It's like a science, you know? It's like a Middle Earth science. You need to be studied for that kind of stuff. So leadership system, every faction is so unique with the resource buildings they got, different HPs for every single structure. Right, nice counterattack with the spiderlings. They are actually killing those furnaces in no time. In the meantime, Spider Pit level 2 maybe, yeah, that's gonna be also in his plan. Maybe Spider Riders. They cost also 600 here in BFME 2. So much more to learn that, yeah, that meets exactly. There's actually, you know, like I said, you know, the people saying like always easy to learn, hard to master, and I believe that's the secret of BFME 2. That even really experienced players don't know anything about this game, or not everything about this game. Like, for example, the leadership system is so unique, you know. What is able to stack, what is not able to stack. How can I know that? And remember, in Battle for Middle-earth games, since they are related to the films, leadership is like a huge part of these games, you know. Like, the heroes have a huge impact. I've been now playing lately also a little bit Age of Empires 4, most of the time off stream. And yeah, I mean, there are no heroes. Like, it's like, you know, rock, paper, scissors system. So pretty much pikes are countering horses, and horses are countering archers. Like, of course, that's also the case in BFME 2 or BFME 1, but here the heroes are adding so much more value to the gameplay, and they are so unique, so they are not counterable from any unit, right? Especially heroes like Aragorn, for example, Legolas, who can shoot like 10 arrows in a second, and that, of course, balancing that out is kind of a bit more difficult. But others see goblins versus orc, what I see orcs using bloodthirsty. Yeah, they are killing each other. Through that. Dwarves is on the fields now. Goblins for days. Look at these beautiful goblins, guys. Do you see them? The yellow eyes, the long ears. Actually, they have like almost the ears like from the elves. And of course, if you guys don't know, I mean, potentially you know, because I believe all of you guys also are Lord of the Ring fans. Orcs are made of elves. So basically, they kind of, you know, kind of almost killed the elves until they became orcs. Long story short. And Uruks are made of orcs and Wildmen of Dunland. The Dunlandings. Lords almost level 2. Level 3 unlocks the Carnage. Channel points are disabled, by the way. I don't know why. Oh, I need to enable them again. Max, welcome. Shanks, my global map doesn't give error anymore. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nice. Gulliver, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. How are you doing today, Gulliver? Nice to see you. Almost level 3, level 4 unlocks the cripple, but there is nothing to be crippled. There are no heroes on the field from the Goblin faction. And Goblin, I believe, is like the only faction in BFME 2 that doesn't like to get heroes on the field. Of course, you have a couple of options, but keep in mind that Azog is missing here. So you have no chance of recruiting Azog, but you have the Gorkil the Goblin King, who is a bit cheaper in BFME 2. And you have, of course, the Spider Queen Shelob, as well as the Dragon Lord Drogoth. Huge Goblin army coming from the bottom right. Kribin, he has to move it. And yeah, the harassment is real. The harassment is real. Isengard. Goblin have 750 command points. Isengard is dropping down to 550. And it will become even less as this furnace is going down for sure. Might be able to save this one. War chant on the goblins to make them hit like a truck. If he loses the level 2 furnace, that's gonna hurt him. We have also Sharku as the second hero from the Isengard player. Of course, Sharku is a great hero against the goblin spam, but there are just too many goblins to deal with. And for that reason, you need more Warp Riders to counter that spam. Maybe you have one more map in your streams? Yeah, definitely. I'm always open for new for new maps. Tiago TVTC, thanks for the follow, appreciate that, Tiago. You're gonna enjoy your stay, man. Thank you. Furnace is getting killed. Nice surrounding, making sure that multiple units are able to attack at the very same time. It's very efficient. I was waiting your stream all day. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I wish I would be streaming a little bit more, but trust me, if I'm not streaming, I'm actually trying to make some unique videos for the YouTube channel. With the help of Balindro, of course. I mean, a huge shout out to Balindro, by the way. He has been now doing an amazing job. Hi, Merch Lanza for the Primus for the 7 months. Appreciate that.
Hi Mishlonza just resubscribed for 7 months. Ahoy.
Ahoy. Thank you, Heimer. Means a lot to me. Lords! Goblins are faster than Lords. But of course he will be saved. I mean, leadership is gonna be quite impactful once it's reached. And also devastation, of course, is very impactful to burst you with additional resources instantly. 9 power points collected after that. Goblins, they have Spider Allies, Warchant, 3 power points collected and 750 command points right now. This might be one of the games which can last a while. I love 2v2 on BFME 1. Yeah, me too, man. I wish I could be playing more BFME 1, but it's just like a dead game right now. You know, there is not much happening in Battle for Middle-earth 1, unfortunately. I wish it would not be the case. Again, I said it many times. When I first started this channel, it was all about Battle for Middle-earth 1. It was so much more active. We had games every single day. But since then, things got changed. And that is unfortunately not the case anymore. 800 command points. And I was playing the 2v2 later, you know, a couple of days ago with Balindru. I think you have seen the replay also. Been watching all your BFME casts today. I wish you did more so I don't run out of them. Really? I mean, I have so many of them, dude, on the YouTube channel. Did you already watch every single one of them? I mean, did you also watch the one from today? I'm running out of replays, my friends. I'm trying hard to find them. Trust me, it takes me more time to find good replays for you guys than actually casting them. Casting them is quite easy, you know? I just put them on and cast them, but finding them is more challenging. But I'm happy that you guys enjoy, you know? I'm really happy. And also thank you for watching the videos, of course, guys. That's the motivation that keeps me going all the time. Without you, it would not be the same. I would not be doing that, of course, when you guys wouldn't enjoy that. I saw all of them, Shanks. Nice. I mean, I know what Thiago feels. I've been watching your cast on loop too since I discovered your channel. Hey man, thank you so much, dude. That's crazy. Guys, you guys are awesome, you know? Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking the videos, of course. Subscribing to the YouTube channel, guys. Means a lot. That's all I'm asking for, you know? And as long as you guys enjoy, it's a win-win situation. Big commitment. 7 power points collected. Tomorrow, guys, by the way, we will have the Helm's Deep one. You know, it was kind of difficult to get it done. You know, the Helm's Deep defense for the Age of the Ring campaign. And if you haven't seen this before, you will like it tomorrow, trust me. It's like very unique. It's the most accurate version of the Helm's Deep ever, you know? Even better than in Battle for Middle-earth 1, design and graphic wise. But in terms of gameplay, nothing can beat the Helm's Deep in Battle for Middle-earth 1. The Uruk has been taken down. He has only the Warp Pit Scavenger. It's gonna be chosen now from the Goblin player. He's actually building a tower. Alright, yeah, pretty nice actually when you think about that. Because goblins are quite vulnerable. They will die extremely fast. Lourdes is almost level 5 as well. Isengard has only 500 command points, but Devastation is going to be ready once again. What is more important in BFME 2, the high tier hero or armor for units and spam? I believe like there is not a real answer to this question, Measure of X. I don't think that we can just say this is better or this is worse. It's just situational. I think heroes are overall a great investment into the mid to late game. Once you get some levels on them, they will have like a huge impact on the game. But early on, of course, the spam of units, especially with spammy factions like Goblins and Mordor, is gonna be at least as important to give you the freedom of getting those units on the field. You see how much money he's getting, guys, from killing these units? That's why Scavenger is such a powerful ability, power point ability from the spellbook of Goblins. Gives you such a huge value. The longer the game goes on, the more money you will get from it. They have leadership though, but keep in mind that Warchant is not able to stack. That's why he has no Warchant, because Warchant is a damage leadership and Lourdes also gives you the same leadership. And if you have two of the same leaderships, they are not able to stack with each other. That's not possible. Yeah, I know, Balindru. I will enable them. I forgot to enable them. Balindru, you know, yesterday when I was recording off stream for today's video, he was like trying to troll me by using sound effects when I was recording offline. So I had to disable my sound effects. Okay, Lourdes, almost level 6. Level 7 unlocks his Pillage, which is very similar to the Scavenger from the Goblins. They have also Worm Tongue. Look at this beautiful, handsome man. Spider Allies, Tainted Land from the Goblins. Big commitment. Oh, he's actually going ham. Remember, Tainted Land gives you armor buff? And Wartime gives you damage leadership. This means this is able to stack with each other. Now they have pretty much 35% increased armor, 50% more damage, and 40% more damage, and 50% more experience. They are also able to move 10% faster. How do I download the game? Exclamation mark BFME 2 in the chat, which will lead you to a download tutorial on the YouTube channel. It's a 4-minute video. Will explain you step by step how to get it done. DP so. And if you have any further questions, of course, you can ask them in our Discord, in the tech support channel. We would be gladly helping you out. Okay, Grima Wormtongue. Here's the debuff with level 1. It's a stun. Look at the debuff, that's crazy. Enemy hordes and heroes in the target location suffer minus 40% speed, minus 50% rate of fire. Last 19 seconds. And on top of that, it nullifies enemy leaderships and buffs. That's huge hero, by the way. Holy! You making the enemy units move 40% slower, and on top of that, you nullify their leaderships and buff bonuses. This guy is crazy, my dude. Okay, and level 3 is gonna unlock the escape. Wormtongue becomes stealthed and cannot be attacked. So pretty much invulnerable, untargetable. I think that's the better word. Backstab with level 6, and Mustafa is gonna be defeated before we get the chance to get the backstab on the screen. But it's okay. Spicy matchup, yes. So we have the blue Dwarven player Andy Brandy on the top side against the red Mordor player King Mustafa at the bottom side. 2 slaughterhouses coming up for Mordor, 2 mineshafts coming up for Dwarves. Rallying call, and remember, and I need to repeat myself all the time, Dwarven faction has no scouting abilities. Like, you have no Farsight, you have no Vision of Palantir, you have no Human Wood, Elven Wood, Tainted Lands, nothing like that. That means you are the only faction that is not able to scout. But now you have seen the Tainted Land, and now I believe you don't even know who you're playing against, right? Because Tainted Land can be used from Goblins in Mordor as well. But yeah, they have 2 slaughterhouses coming up for Mordor into the Orc Pit. Let me actually make it a little bit like that. I like that. 4v4 for the win, yeah. The Unspoken 989, thank you so much for the follow, Unspoken. Appreciate that. We're gonna enjoy your stay, man. Thank you, thank you. So 2 slaughterhouses, Orc Pit into the 3rd slaughterhouse in the front, which is kind of smart against Dwarves. I like that because Dwarven, faction doesn't like to scout this area. He wants to go to your base as soon as possible. So this slaughterhouse actually might be remaining on the field for a quite long time. Guardians of the Galaxy. And of course, let me show you guys the map first. We have a Borg layer on the side lanes, left and right. Here. And we have also troll layers protecting those inns. And this inn is kind of special because you see there is like a woman, like a Romeo and Juliet or something like that, you know? Look, this guy is bold, but he has charisma, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at that. Guy's like, I'm gonna hit you like a truck, trust me on that one. And the woman is like, holy moly. Oh, guys. Boom chakalaka is gonna happen. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's not watch that kind of stuff. Let's not watch this kind of stuff because...
Don't let your kids watch it!
Alright. So Orc archers for the defense. More Orcs are on this side. What is happening? Dwarves, they are playing... Oh, never mind. He's going for an attack now with 2 Guardians only. I don't think that this is gonna be impactful because he has archers now for the defense. Guardians, of course, are tanky units, and he will be indeed able to discover this one. Now it's about committing correctly. Slaughterhouses are a bit tankier in compared to the tunnels, Malon trees, and the furnaces. And Mordor, I believe, realizes I cannot keep this protected and demolishes that building in time. Why are you asking? Glad you're asking. Because when you demolish it in time, you're not only denying your opponent the experience points and also the power points, but also you get money back, which is very important. Because if you get money back, you can use the money to replace the slaughterhouse you just demolish yourself. Mineshafts are the tankiest buildings, tankiest resource buildings in the entire game. So it's gonna take those Orcs a little bit longer time. Remember, Tainted Land doesn't give you any damage boost. It only boosts your armor, so your damage is unchanged. And these Guardians are still alive, dude. And they're also able to buy banner without purchasing the banner carry upgrades. You don't need to do that as dwarves here in this game, you know? You can just buy banner even when you have nothing purchased. If this makes sense for you guys. So the slaughterhouse was saved, very important. He has a lot of units, you know, doing nothing. Like, you don't need to use this many units. I believe the best ideal situation for the Mordor is get like 2 orc archers, like 1 orc for the defense. And what you can always do is use your orc as like a body blocking unit. I lost everything. Thanks for the follow, appreciate that. I mean, that's kind of sad to hear. I hope you will win everything back, my friends. Archers, orcs are leading. I mean, of course, guardians are the slowest infantry unit in the entire game. What is happening around this side? Looks like dwarves are trying to creep the troll here. A rallying call is going to be available soon. 450 for Mustafa. For Andy Brandy, sorry. Mustafa is 500. Mustafa is playing Dwarf Infection in this one. And yeah, guardians are tanky, but I believe you will need battle wagons. Yeah. But in order to be able to recruit those battle wagons, you need to first of all get your, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. 300 has to be invested. Not only you will get those battle wagons on the field, but also 10% speed time. So that you will get them 10% faster on the field. Thanks, I believe you. I mean, I wish you, of course, the best, my friend. And thanks once again for the follow and thanks for tuning in as well. Alright, the mineshaft has been taken down from these orcs. They have like the level 2 Bloodthirsty, which is very similar to the Bloodthirsty in Battle for Middle-earth 1. In Rise of the Witch King, as you guys know, it's a little bit different. 4 power points collected after the Tainted Land. We have a Nazgul on the field, the most seen Mordor hero, and you can recruit 3 of them. And every single one of them is so impactful because they unlock the Dread Visage, which is a huge debuff, passive debuff, which means it's always active. All you gotta do is stay close to the enemy unit. You can make them lose their bonuses from the rallying call and debuff them on top of that. Debuff is actually very impactful in BFME 2, even more than in Rise of the Witch King. And also this mineshaft, almost level 2, is going to be taken down. Does he have rebuilds? The answer is no. You need 5 power points for that. And yeah, dwarves are really in a bad spot right now. Look at the minimap. Do you see that, guys? Mordor is literally everywhere. Like, using the map is very important, you know? He's moving from the bottom, from the middle, in both the paths, and also from the top at the same time. This is very important against dwarves because you will just be able to see all these mineshafts and take them down. Okay. I guess Mustafa should start playing BFME, not Rise of the Witch King. Why? I don't understand. Indy lose to Archangel but wins against Mustafa. I mean, it's 1-0 only. But with this logic, you are not able to lose any game, you know? Is this Rise of the Witch King? No, Coley. That's BFME 2. 1.09 version 2.0. Battle wagons. Finally. The Nazgul is on the hand. Nazgul actually dealing a lot of damage to the battle wagon. He has to get some pikemen, otherwise it's going to be dangerous. Almost 7 power points collected. He might go for a big push now. He has 1 single pikeman and 2 guardians. And he didn't even use Rallying Call because it is not available just yet. 7 power points collected now. 450 command points available for dwarves. Almost 8 power points collected. On the other side, we have the same amount of power points collected from the Mordor player Mustafa. And he is sitting currently on 650 command points, which is quite impressive. And he has enough units to keep himself protected. Orc archers definitely impactful in these situations. And they can keep kiting those dwarven units all game long. Since dwarves, once again, their biggest weakness is the lack of mobility. 600 command points now. And it's fulfilled with orcs all alone. He has nothing else yet. And never mind, I take it back. He has some Easterlings and also Corsairs, but I'm talking about something bigger than that, you know? I'm talking about the creatures. The mighty creatures of Middle-earth, and these are the mountain trolls. Rexa, welcome. Thanks for tuning in, Rexa. Hope you're gonna enjoy your stay. 10 power points collected after the Tainted Land. What is the plan? What is the plan? What is the plan? Is Bloodthirsty more than in BFME 2? It took 3 orcs to get a level 2. I've never seen it. I've never seen anybody using that, to be honest with you guys. I think it's not very good. in BFME 1 it's kind of crazy, Waffle. In BFME 1 it's kind of nuts, you know? Because in Battle for Middle-earth 1, what you can do is you can use Bloodthirsty before that you just use Eye of Sauron and Drama Troll, you put them nearby. And they will have like an infinite amount of combat experience bonus. Oh my goodness. Nazgul and also units are getting sent back. Fly you fools. And then you can pretty much kill like 3 friendly orcs and get level 10. But I guess in BFME 2 it's not that impactful. But I'm not sure. I can't confirm. I've never seen anybody using it. Level 4 unlocked just like that. Shake Foundation is available, which deals massive damage to a single building. You can even one-shot like a Haradrim Palace, Tavern or the Orc Pit. Industry was his choice after the Tainted Land, which boosts you a lot with money. And that might give you the chance to recruit some Felbeast later on. Felbeast, very impactful on each map in every single matchup because very mobile since he's able to fly. And in the worst case scenario, you can use the Felbeast for the map control fights. Scout, kill mineshafts left and right, and force your opponent to stay grouped in order to be able to take down the Felbeast. I hate Gloin. Yeah, Gloin is kind of nuts. But to be honest, it kind of makes sense because Dwarven heroes, you have only 3 of them. You have Gloin, Gimli and Dane, that's it. All the other factions have more heroes. I mean, Goblins have also like 3 heroes, right? I think Goblins have Goblin King, Shiloh, and the Dragon Lord. Yeah, also 3 heroes. But like Dwarves and Goblins, they are like the wards in terms of the quantity of the heroes. That's why the heroes will have quality, of course. Makes kind of sense. And you know, it's not about only his Shake Foundation, also his tankiness. Like he feels like quite tanky. And also his DPS against buildings when he's normal attacking, you know, also deals crazy amount of damage. Level 6 Battle Wagon, dude. That's crazy. You have some counter attack, but of course, Dwarves, they will be able to protect themselves. Great counter attack is incoming, and Mordor is forced to build some defensive structures around the fortress. But there is Gloin, who is basically a siege machine. Like, nobody needs Grunt if you have, you know, Gloin. Gloin, Grunt makes kind of sense. Tainted Light will be used defensively for the armor buff. Power points are rising to the sky, but Mordor has still a little bit more command points that is about to be changed. We have now also hobbits incoming from the inn. Those, yeah, those kids, look at them with their, you know, swords, question mark.
Who called for some guardians?
Who called for some guardians? 11 power points after the Dwarven Riches. So basically, Dwarven Riches is kinda like the industry from Mordor. Pretty much the same. Nazgul will be needing the Morgulblade to potentially be able to take down the Gloin. Until then, Nazgul is not gonna be able to fight the Gloin in a one-on-one situation. Be careful, he has 2 of them, level 4, both of them actually. And once again, leveling up the heroes from level 1 to level 4 is way easier than leveling up them from level 4 to level 5, for example. So every other level is going to be a bit more challenging to accomplish. But in order to win these skirmishes against Dwarven army, you need stronger units or stronger heroes. Like orcs, they can't match the mighty guardians of Mordor of Dwarves. That's not possible. Corsairs are also not the best. And there comes the second tavern for the discount, 10% cheaper Corsairs. But Vinewood Trolls, he has like no counters to that. Like he's getting almost exclusively guardians. And I believe your troll can actually hit like a truck in those kind of situations. Thank you, Snowhound. Appreciate that. Thank you. 13, almost 14 power points collected. 1000 for Dwarves. Look his money. He has enough money now for a Gimli if he wants to. And Mordor is also saving up for a big boy. I'm assuming Mordor is also trying to save for the Nazgul, for the Felby, sorry. Potentially even Witch King could be a better choice, of course, but Witch King is definitely more expensive. It's gonna take you a little bit longer time to save up for the Witch King. Almost 13 power points collected. We have Pikemen, of course. Dwarven Riches still active on this Mineshaft level 3. Dwarves, they have like no money problems right now.
Run for your lives!
I can see the same about Mordor because he's down a lot command point wise. And I don't understand how this is possible because like 5 minutes ago it was looking so much better for Mustafa and all of a sudden the game is turning around. Power points are rising. Almost 3k. And I'm assuming the Gimli is on his way. Because he has to get something on the field. He's so rich now. Dwarven riches, almost full command points, like money. And yeah, there we go. Gimli is indeed on the field. Barrage is going to be available. Barrage will be used where? Where is he using the barrage? Oh, he's using the barrage to kill. Oh my god, nice barrage, by the way. He killed the level 3 slaughterhouse in the orc pits at the same time. And also barrage will be used from the Mordor for the defense to kill those dwarven units. So definitely we can agree that the barrage from Mordor was not nearly as impactful as from the dwarves. So maybe you should also try to destroy this mineshaft level 3 man with the barrage, but it's okay. Nazgul is getting dismounted. Losing this level 3 slaughterhouse actually hurts Mordor more than you might think. Look at the command points, boys. He's dropping down to 450 only. Like, he's broke. Like, he was not able, he's now sitting on over 2,000 resources for a long time, but he was not able to get it to 3,000 to get a Nazgul recruited. Can you please spectate BFME 1? There is not much happening in BFME 1 right now, Greg. I'm also trying to cast BFME 1 replays off stream. GG's gonna be cold. Like, the multiplayer scene in BFME 1 is kinda not very good right now. Hopefully it's gonna become better during the winter time, but there is generally more activity in the game. But right now it's really hard to get those games done, you know. And GG's gonna be called from Mustafa. What a turnaround in Mustafa. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mordor player has been defeated. So we have the red Isengard player, Mustafa, facing against the blue Goblin player, Andy Brandy. We have seen this matchup already in the first game. Students party a lot during Halloween in Finland, otherwise not really. Yeah, students, they actually celebrate everything. I think they are having like a brain, you know, like a blackouts time, you know what I'm saying? That is just too much. Like the amount of things they need to now, I mean, like I have a nephew, like a very young son of my cousin. He's now 10 years old. Dude, he was showing me his homework, but he has to learn now in the fourth grade. I had to learn it when I was like 16 years old, and he's only 10. You know what I'm saying? So the amount of expectations from the students nowadays is kind of insane. And also the other part is that you don't need almost none of this stuff later on in your job. You know. So everything is like theoretically being taught, but nothing practically. And later on in your career, in your job, you don't actually need anything of these. Or most of the stuff at least. Tunnel, Goblin Cave tunnel. Furnace. Work pit. That's the build order. Tunnel here coming up from the Goblin player. Shanks, do you have children? Yes, I have one small daughter. She is now 3 years old. I'm a dad now, officially since 3 years. So Goblin Warriors. Into the second Goblin Cave. Oh, the music is a little bit too loud. Happy Halloween. Hey, happy Halloween, Bilbo. Nice to see you in the chat. Always great to see you. And also, Raf. Schön, dass du hier bist. Vielen Dank. Welcome. Happy Halloween to everybody, guys. Fissure. For the cave trolls. That's what I like to see. I like those monsters a lot, especially in Battle for Middle-earth 1, because in Battle for Middle-earth 1 they are just like so effective. Time to drink beer. I don't have any beer left in my house anymore, dude. Don't make me want now one. I will be forced to go to a gas station to buy myself one. A beer could be actually quite delicious now, to be honest with you. I'm also kind of a little bit hungry, but I'm trying to not eat because I'm not leaving home really much lately. And I'm actually starting to get fat. Really, man, I actually got like in the last 14 days, I used to, my weight was like around 73 kilograms. Now I'm like 75. Guys, 2 kilos in 2 weeks. I'm scared that I will be like one of the fat ants, you know, you are able to recruit from the Alban faction. In what language do you try to talk to your daughter? In Turkish. Turkish. Because that's what the dog said. He said to me that the native language, the mother language would be teach first, because in Germany she's gonna go to the kindergarten and she will be automatically able to learn German passively, because kids, as you guys know, are able to learn the languages a bit faster than we adults. So he told me that I need to teach her first Turkish, and once she knows that, she will automatically be able. I mean, I will also teach her when she's a little bit older English, definitely. I think the more languages you know, with more people you can actually communicate, and communication, I like it, and she's my daughter. I'm assuming she's gonna like it as well. Oh my goodness, how throw pikeman, look at that, murdering. He killed so many war riders there, holy moly, and only one tunnel has been taken down. That's war for trade for goblins, definitely. Oh, the furnace has been taken down. Oh, that is already looking horrible for Isengard, to be honest with you guys. Oof. Was luckily able to creep this war clear, that's something, to get some money back. And now we're gonna see the action between half-troll pikemen against Isengard pikemen. True, I've learned German with TV, yeah. Learning languages, I believe, is just like, you know, like, of course, in the school, when I was going to the school, it's been now many years since the last time. I hope, you know, I'm actually, everyone was telling me, guys, yeah, you are now complaining about the school, but once you're done with the school, you will miss it. I don't miss it, dude. It's a lie. I didn't miss school one single day. I miss my friends, of course, what I had in the school, but I can still see them. But the school itself, hell no, I didn't miss it. And what I'm trying to say is like, the Lord Star 666, thanks for the follow, appreciate that. What I'm trying to say is like, in the school you also learn like the basic English, but in order to get it to the next level, that's like you have to invest time and you need to want it, you know. And actually, the reason why I was kind of interested in learning English in the first place was because of anime. I'm watching anime since I'm like a child. And every Sunday there is like a new episode, but it's always like first in English, you know. I don't want to wait until they translate that in German. So since I wanted to actually know what is happening before others, I was trying desperately to teach myself English language.
Welcome to Beyond Standards crew.
And holy moly, the Lord Star with the follow, and right after with the first sub for the first month. Appreciate that. Sending love. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for the huge support. Really, really means a lot to me. Thank you, thank you. You can't learn an accent of a language in school? Yeah, of course not. You cannot learn the perfect speaking. You cannot speak a language perfectly unless you live in the country for a long time. So the best way of learning English is you pretty much move to a English-speaking country like UK or America, you know. Even though I like the American accent a bit more, UK, you know, the English accent seems so soft for me, you know. Like, bloody hell, can I please have a cup of tea? That's how, I mean, I'm like I want to have a cup of tea, you know, but can I please have a cup of tea? Oh, bloody hell. That sounds so soft. Nothing wrong with that, by the way, I just don't prefer it. The best way to learn a language is to interact with native speaker, of course, but also you need to be kind of like in a young age, you know, because the older you are, the more stubborn your brain is gonna be, and you will have a hard time to adapt. So basically, it's better when you start learning languages when you are like a young person. I need sport for Andy, my bro from Slovakia. Yes, my friend. Until you are an interpreter, you should not give a shit about your accent. Who cares, man? It is important you can communicate. Yeah, I mean, I seriously don't care. I think that's what makes me unique, because there are multiple thousand millions people who are able to speak perfect English, and now how you want to stand out when you speak the same language like the others, and you have like always some like a mix from your own, which makes it more interesting. I also like to listen to people more who have like a different style of speaking with like different accent. I believe it's a kind, I never, you know, have like a, you know, the desire of speaking English perfectly, you know what I'm saying? As long as people are able to understand what I'm talking about, I'm fine. After 1 year I was speaking German almost fluent, yeah. Shanks, can you tell me? No, I'm not gonna tell that. I don't know what is this supposed to mean. Hey, is this Rise of the Witch King or BFME 2? Hey Nicky Bear, nice to see you in the chat. It's BFME 2. But I might actually also stream some Rise of the Witch King soonish. I miss it, dude. I miss it. I know you guys like Rise of the Witch King. At least many of you guys like Rise of the Witch King. And I gotta be honest, I also miss it a bit. So, let's see. I think it's just BFME. Oh my goodness, big commitment. Goblins, though. Why do some people keep playing this instead of Rise of the Witch King? Because they like it more, maybe? I mean, again, it's like preference kind of thing, you know? Some people like BFME 1 more than the BFME 2. Some people like BFME 2 more than Rise of the Witch King. Some people like the mods. It's about the preference, what you like more. And you have actually a lot of possibilities in the BFME scene because there is so much different stuff you can choose to play. You know what I'm saying? Mustafa is not saying a single word, and it's going to be a clean 3-0 victory. Only 2 more wins away, and Andy Brandy is going to win the best of 9 challenge, boys.